Hey everybody, this is Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios, and welcome to the live stream. Live stream if you're watching this later. This is going to be a looped video, of course. But welcome to the live stream for Swords and Saddles Immortals, which is a gladiator RPG that I've made and has been in early access for the last 9 months or so. Finally has gone into full launch today, and I'm looking forward to taking you through the game for the next half an hour, just showing what it's all about, and a little bit of gladiator action. So without further ado, let's jump into some gameplay. Okay, well, welcome to Sword and Sandals Immortals. For those who don't know me, I've been building Sword and Sandals games since the early Flash days. The first one came out way back in 2006 or so. That's really showing my age. But there are a series of turn-based gladiator games where you level up, get better weapons, and fight ever-increasingly more difficult gladiators. There's a multiplayer mode in this game as well, but for now, we're going to go through the campaign mode. So let's go New Campaign. You can, of course, set the gladiator difficulty and the arena champions difficulty as well if you want to have tougher bosses, easier regular fights. So keep them at normal for now, and a bunch of other options, but let's go ready. One of the hallmarks of Swords and Sandals, of course, is the kind of wild and wacky characters in the game. There are many different species and races to choose from, 15 species and lots of subspecies. So you could be a giant Yeren, you could be an evil skeleton warrior, evil sort of cockroach like Haxapod, or even a jelly blob. Kind of fun. Sagan blobs. Let's go for a human for now. And they tell you all the bonuses here. You know, these guys are streetwise, they get claustrophobic on the ground, and the human spirit increases their spirit. A little different sort of RPG style stats. So humans, Gunterians, go back to human. You have a subspecies as well, so we could be from all these different locations in the world of Tritonia, which is the game setting that I've created for this game. On the actual website, swordandsandals.com, you can actually find out all about the lore of the game. Let's be boring and make a guy that looks a little bit like me, huh? That'd be fun. Okay, yeah, give him a beard. Bit of grey in there. Should put some grey in. But you can't be half grey. Let's go that. That'll do. And you can give him a scar or something. An eye camouflage. Alright. And this will call him Oliver Joyce, who is me. I am the creator, and unleash hell. These little taunt quotes appear when you defeat enemies and so on. Let's make me about 6 foot tall. That's about how much I weigh. That's actually my voice there. You can change the voice pitch as well. And there's also different voice sets. The classic one, that's the old Sword and Sandals one. But we'll go with me. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Now, you can also be one of many different character classes, and they all have subclasses as well. That's a new addition. About a week ago, I added these in, and they had different bonuses, different special abilities, and so on. Let's go with a classic warrior, I think. Let's go with fighter. Bonus damage with all non-sonic weapons. Okay, or a barbarian. They have a special chance to cause limb loss on critical hits. That's a fun one. Okay, we'll make him a bit of vitality, a bit of strength. These stats all play out quite differently, and there's so many different combinations of stats, species, and subclasses, and so on. You could be creating a character for quite a long time, you know what I mean? But anyway, we're just about ready to go, so I'll hit that ready button now. Okay, so the game starts off in Willard's Sound. The tale of Oliver Joyce begins. There is a story to follow if you're interested. Drinking one of my kids' poppers. Just need some energy. I've been up since 2 a.m. this morning. It's 9 a.m. I'm kind of wrecked. Alright, let's go. These choices impact your sort of little things like your alignment, that kind of thing. Stars give you bonuses for skills. Gold gives you armor and weapons, and you can also buy a potion if you wanted to. Okay, we're going to encamp. and you meet the automatons, who are these benevolent sort of robotic species from another galaxy. This follows on from Swords and Sandals 3, which if you've ever played that. The hero went off into space to fight in a space gladiator tournament, but bad things have happened, and they're coming back to Brandor to destroy the world in 300 days' time. We got to be the one to stop them. If you don't like any of those sort of exposition style cutscenes and so on, you have the option to skip cutscenes if you wish. You can kind of go all these options here. Totally up to you. I've made the game pretty customizable. Alright, here's Ollie versus Bruce the Useless. Check out all the sort of battle stats, and different times of day and temperatures will affect the battle. We're going to hit chance bonus because we're in the hills, and we're both pretty under armored, under weaponed. Okay, so seeing as this is a turn-based game, you roll to see who starts. Usually your agility, faster the agility. Oh, okay. These are tried to attack us with a Holy Smite. These are our default attacks. Power attack, medium, quick, and lunge. They have a chance to hit, 69%. 69, dude! Medium attack, 54%. The lower the percentage, the less chance of hitting, but the more damage the power attack does. Let's go with a medium attack. Okay, we broke his pants. Awesome. He's more stressed now. The stress meter goes down, spirit meter, the worse they fight in battle. And you can also use your class special skills, like if you go kick him with a This is Brando, that would stun him. Then I might try a lunge attack, leap towards him. Every attack uses some essence as well, so you can see here that little 26, that means you use 26 essence. Right there. Bam! Down in 2 hits. You can either slay him and be evil or spare him with good. I'm a creator, I should set a good example. Little pro tip, you can't lose that fight. No matter what you do in that tutorial fight, it's destined to hit. The dice are rigged in your favor, okay? So it's a good chance to test out a few things. You can also spare your enemy always if you want, or always kill them if you don't want to have the spare kill options. And some species like the hexapods can never spare. They must always kill their enemies. That's just how it goes. Alright, he just says that was a pretty useless enemy, but a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Rest now and meditate on what you have learned at the campfire. So we're going to do that now. Okay, alright, now we are at the campfire. It's all we can do right now. This sort of battle camp scene is going to be your hub, your game world hub, basically, with all the various shops that will be unlocked on the journey. We'll go to the overland map once we've defeated the first regional champion in probably about 10 minutes time. Okay, let's go level up. So you wake up in the middle of the night, as I did this morning with my 2-year-old who was cold and needed me to go in there. And it was 2 a.m. and I thought, alright, well, it's now March 10. I should probably upload the game now and push the game live. And bam, here we are. And it's launch day, and the game has been in early access for 9 months, but it's still, you never get any less nervous about pushing a game live on Steam. I've had about 10 games up on Steam now, and every one of them you still get a little nervous. Alright, we're going to go with Axe Mastery. The different talent trees you can use, you can sort of, if you want to be a bard, you have all these different talents you can unlock. Survival keeps you alive. Arcane is great for mages, and you have all different sort of fire magic, electric magic, that kind of thing. But we're going to go Axe Mastery. We're going to see if we can be sort of Conan the Barbarian style. Axe wielding Barbarian, even though he had a sword, didn't he? More He-Man I'm thinking of. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was a big influence on Swords and Sandals, as was Flash Gordon, Monty Python, that kind of thing. Now we meet the Weaponsmith. For those who think there's too many cutscenes, there's a bunch early. This is sort of basically the tutorial area of the game. As I said, you can skip them if you want. And as the game progresses, you see these fewer and fewer. So early on, while you're learning the ropes, you see them. Okay, now the Weaponsmith is here. We could go to a fight, but we should probably upgrade our weapon. Before we do that as well, quickly going to show you the info panel. It shows you the items we're wearing. You can unequip them as you want. You have to have the shank. You always got to have a weapon, and the shank is the default weapon. These are our vital stats. It tells you all different things. If you want to dig deep into sort of, the statistics and numbers behind the game, that's your panel. There's all your talents. And of course your skills. You can reassign them on the battle bar. You can even have a little yield fight button if you want. If you feel like this fight is unwinnable. It's a weaponsmith though. And what we're going to do is we're going to... Actually, first of all, if you're watching the launch day video, I'm going to put a little code in here. Oi, mate. There's a bunch of different codes in the game which I've used for various purposes. So this particular one, as you may well tell, I am an Australian. Here's a little Australian bandana. And it actually gives you a little +1 boost to stamina. So check it out and represent the great southern land of Australia. So we're going to go and buy an axe. There's a bunch of other items. The ones in red you can't use yet, but we're going to buy this cleaver. More weapons will come every 3 days, and as you rest at the campfire, you get better and better weapons, and they get pretty powerful. There's that sort of Diablo style roguelike element to the game where you can get more and more powerful weapons, and you can even enchant the weapons with runes and blueprints and so on. Okay, now we're going to go to the fight selector. Fight selector is where we make our money, basically. This is the bread and butter of combat. You can choose your enemy. This first realm, Willard Sound, are very simple battles, one-on-one battles. There are tag team battles in the game, survival, there's spiked pit battles, there's battles where you can't use magic, all sorts of things. Who should we fight against? Let's go this easy gladiator right now, Winslow, because he doesn't look very powerful. This power score tells you how strong your enemy is. 38 power score. I'll do one more battle intro and just show you. You can skip those as well by just going straight to fight, but for now, I just want to show you. We've got better melee damage than them, stronger, better agility, better attack. You can really study your opponent in depth if you want to see what sort of skills they have. He's got a bunch of, that's his poison protection, so if you're trying to hit him with poison, if you want to get into the sort of the details of it, you certainly can. Quite useful when you're fighting your own champions. Not so much for these sort of low-level NPC gladiators. Alright, let's try our warrior strike. Oh, we defended it. What's his defense like? I can roll over his name for that. Defense 4. Defense 1, okay. Yeah, it's maybe a little tricky. But hey, we got him. You can also, power attacks have a chance of critical hit, as do medium attacks. You can see in a little tooltip. Quick attacks do not. But you can see on the tooltip what sort of the skill and everything does. Let's try a quick attack. Oh, we blocked this. We've got a lot of good defense. Okay, he's hurt us. I'm going to use our unholy heal. If you're unholy, if you're evil with that little pitchfork, and you're fighting another evil character, you can heal. If you're fighting a character of the opposite alignment, you can use the smite power. It's another warrior strike. Finish him! Alright, he yields. And we've got the auto spare to set on. Now, you'll notice that even though I spared him twice, when I first loaded the game, I chose an option in that little I seek power and glory. That sets your alignment to evil. It's a little RPG thing. So choose the I wish to save the world option next time if you want to have a good character. Only after a few fights your alignment will change back to good as well. Little tip there. So now we can level up again. You grow more powerful. Let's put some points a little bit into defense, I think, and attack. And another point into warfare's axe mastery. Once you get 8 points, you start unlocking new things like dual wielding, two-hand weapon mastery, critical hits, that kind of stuff, which are all really useful. Oh, it's raining. Now we meet the training dummy, who's quite a useful, although a pathetic looking figure. He's a useful character in that he will grant you skills. So let's go to the training. You can fight him if you want. You can also fight some simulacrums, which are holograms of enemies. So once you defeated arena champions, you can sort of refight them there. But for now, we're going to learn a skill. These are all the skills in the game divided by skill trees. One's for bards, survival skills, magic skills. But we're going to go with another warrior attack. Okay, we're a level 3 gladiator. Let's get ourselves a barbarian storm. We've got 16 stars, that costs 12. Because we are, of course, a barbarian. Okay. Back to camp. We got 4 stars. When we win a few more battles, we'll get some more stars and can buy more things. The next level, the armorer appears. Later on, these other shops will appear, like the tavern keeper and the enchanter. Then we can hit the road in a little while. Fight selector. Okay, a Sagan blob. Klupakles. That voice is my little son Charlie. That was recorded nearly a year ago. He's 2.5 now, but that was when he was 1.5. My other son Isaac did the other Sagan blob voice. It's kind of fun. It's always a bit of a spin out when I sort of fight these Sagan blobs and like you hear the voices of these little characters. Oh, I feel bad now. Sorry, buddy. He wasn't difficult. These early levels are quite easy by design, unless you, of course, up the game difficulty. So we can level up. We can fight more if we want to get, more gold and so on. But we'll level up, get more powerful. What I'm doing now is I'm showing you basically the easiest path early on in the game as a warrior. Mages and archers and so on have a tougher time early, but they get quite powerful and they can wreck other gladiators later on. If you want the later game to be easy, the mage is a great path because they can just rain fire from the skies and lightning bolts and poison clouds and everything. Bards have powerful guitars and so on. All right, here we go. This is the armorer Thargan, who you may remember from Sword and Sandals 2 if you've been following my game series over these years. He's now got a cybernetic implant and a hammer, and that's never really explained. But he's had some run-ins with the automatons who sort of healed him and gave him a robotic hammer for an arm. So let's go to the 6 stars. Can we afford? Let's have a look at the training. Can we afford any skills? All skills? No. 12 stars? No. In the multiplayer mode, skills are cheaper as well. So you can get into the action earlier, but the single player mode is designed to sort of, space things out. Okay, so 2 more battles, then we can challenge regional champion Charlie. Oh, spoiler! Different Charlie. Huge Charles, not my son. But he's quite a special figure in the world of Swords and Sandals, and in the world, really. If you don't know who that is, I won't spoil it yet. That will be coming in about 5 minutes or so, that fight, if I keep winning. This is a floralist, which is basically like a tree person. Let's chop him down. Ooh, hit his breastplate. So your armor protects you, and it protects you from taking physical damage unless it's a critical hit, which does can sometimes bypass it. So it's good to invest in armor when you can. Barbarian Storm. Oh, that was our new power. So we got a bit stressed by that. Go for some simpler. Sometimes it's good to just go to a simple approach. I think we could probably use Rockets, right? Oh, I needed that one to hit. You can also change the camera. If you want to follow him or you, or both of you with the zoom out, you can do that too. Oh! Off with his head. There we go. So that was a grievous hit. There's like a 1 in 100 or 1 in 50 chance or something like that. You can improve that with certain skills as well, the critical hit chance. What a finale. So we can actually go to the armor and buy some cool things now. So let's get some breastplate. Upgrade our pants. Our leggings. 500 gold left. So you know what? It wouldn't be a Sword and Sandals game without some sandals. Can I afford a shield as well, perhaps? No, we cannot. Okay, that's alright. What about sweatbands? That'll save us. Ah! Protect me. Okay. Alright, exit the shop. Okay, so now we can level up again. The leveling up becomes less and less frequent as you sort of leave this first town. The first town is very much a sort of an onboarding area. A bit of stamina probably suffice to keep putting points in mastery, because I'm really sort of just specializing in that right now. But you may find that you want to be a survival-based character. In that case, you might want to put points into, sort of protections and shield masteries and stuff like that. Who looks beatable? One more enemy. Let's go with Rizinger. I think we can take him on. I will smite you because he's a good character. Maybe. I defended it. Oh, he uses warrior. This is Brandor kick. Brandor is, of course, the name of the continent.
This is Brandor!
As I said, a lot of lore in Sword and Sandals, so go to swordandsandals.com to sort of find the backstory that I've been writing for many years. You don't have to have played any of the previous games to enjoy this, but if you have, there's lots of little Easter eggs and sort of, but I've definitely made each game quite standalone. Doesn't require any prior knowledge. There we go. Easy battle. Our first challenging opponent awaits us. And that is none other than Charlie White, aka Moist Critical, aka Huge Charles, the massive YouTuber with 12 million subscribers. Please welcome Huge Charles. This is the real deal. This is Charlie White, who has voiced the character in the game. He's been a huge fan of the series and a great champion of the cause for a long time. And without his help, the series would not be where it is today. So I want to give you a huge shout out, Charlie. Love you, man. Thank you for lending your likeness to the game. You're a great YouTuber, a great guy, and yeah, I'm in your debt forever. Thank you, mate. But now I must destroy you. Actually, this is going to be tough. He's got a lot of talents. He's got charisma coming out the wazoo. The great irony being that Charlie's not actually that tall. So Huge Charles is an ironic name. Whoa, he's using his taunt. Okay, luckily I defended that. Oh, stinky. Gonna be tough. He's got a magical vibrating small hammer. As you do. What have we got that can reach him? Oh, good hit. Got a lot of armor too, but he's just got his essence back. If he uses his taunts, I'll get in trouble, but I think as a tough warrior, we should be alright. Oh, good hit. He's chosen not to use his taunts at the moment, which would be kind of lucky. There is a lot of RNG in this game, randomness. Oh, look at that one though. That really felt us. We need to heal. Oh, there we go. That's the taunt. Charlie destroyed us. Okay, well, let's try and fight him again. I believe we can beat him this time. As you get further into the game, you can get healing potions and so on as well, which can be quite useful. 295 days till arrival. In this default game mode, after 300 days, the Starbound Gladiator arrives, and if you've defeated enough arena champions, you will be the one to face him. If not, someone else will. There are multiple different endings in this game, depending on if you're good, if you're evil, if you defeat the Starbound Gladiator, if you lose to him, special secret bosses to unlock and everything, so much replayability. We may... yeah, let's try it again. Come on, I gotta beat you. I'm supposed to be the creator here. I'm supposed to be good at this game. Spoiler alert, I'm not that good. It's funny, even though I know everything, I'm still just, sometimes... The guys on Discord are much better. If you're interested in finding out how to play this game properly, please join the Sword and Sandals Discord and just ask for some help, because people are really, really... Oh, 211 damage. This is going to be tough. Gotta get a bit lucky. Well, that was a good one. Oh, he got me again. Alright. Okay. Alright, that's tough. Maybe we need to patch the game and nerf him a little bit. There's been a lot of balancing in the last week or so, and maybe Charlie needs a nerf. I'm looking at you, man. Alright, I think we should have a look at multiplayer. What do you reckon? Alright, we're back in the main title screen now, and we're going to do a multiplayer session. Well, here's one I prepared earlier. We're going to load up a multiplayer gladiator, Oxyx, the Hexapod Barbarian, or Radon, the Golem Sorcerer. Let's try the Sorcerer. See how we go. Early on, Sorcerers are pretty underpowered, and it's even to the point where I think I'm going to patch them today. When you create a multiplayer gladiator, it skips a lot of the sort of the, all the cutscenes and stuff like that, straight into the action. You can also choose your favorite arena. Different species have different things they prefer to fight in different areas. We're in the Ice Borer Caverns, which is underground. It's a pretty cold area, minus 15 Fahrenheit. You can also set that to metric if you want. So let's go metric system on because we're in Australia, and that will update. There you go. So there's been 3,300 battles fought so far, which is really good. Early access multiplayer came out a couple of weeks ago, and it's been well received. 19 people on right now. I'm expecting that number to go up a bit as the game sort of gets more and more sort of traction. And when the mobile build of the game comes out in a few weeks, I'm sure more players from the mobile world will also come and fight too. So you can also visit shops if you want. Get some gear, that kind of thing. Here's the Enchantress. You can enchant your items with her. You can change stars into gold, that kind of thingy. You can buy runes that kind of make your weapons and armor more powerful. And in the single player, you can buy potions. And there's also a tavern keeper who sells you. You can change your look as well. If we're going to have a cool red thing. No, we won't do that. Too expensive. In the single player mode, they also sell you items for the dungeons in the game, which I'm not showing you in this video, but there's sort of classic Eye of the Beholder style 3D dungeons to explore. There's a lot in this game. I'm going to tell you that right now. Leaderboards. Cool. Leaderboards were reset recently, so it's good to see all these players in there. We're going to go recommend a realm. So nobody in here right now. Let's see if anyone wants to fight. We'll give it a minute or two. Who wishes to fight me? You can got some canned chat options. Raw! Who will fight me? No one yet. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining this sort of live stream of Swords and Sandals. For those who are unfamiliar with this series, I've been building this for a long, long time. And a couple of years ago, I was able to quit my job and work on this full time. And I'm really just honored to be able to call myself a full-time indie game developer. It's a very challenging career, that's for sure, and it's not something I might be able to do forever. Let's fight a bot. But I'm really feel fortunate and honored to be in this spot right now. I got a wife and 2 young boys, and to be able to support them and also make the games that I love is I feel hugely privileged and honored. And thank you to the fans who've made the Swords and Sandals series obscure as it is. It's still well known in some parts of the world, and in places like Poland and Brazil, and some of Scandinavia. People love the series, and it's one of those things that back in the it was a Flash game series back in the day, and I really had no idea back then just how big it was. But it's been played over 1 billion times in various iterations in the Flash game. 1 billion times. I'm not making that up. Hundreds of different Flash portals. Flash games back in the day were just massively powerful in terms of how, to reach them. Obviously not technically they weren't powerful. They were simple experiences. But, he's broken. This guy, he missed us a few times now. He's hopeless. Can't use items in battle. You get different sort of status effects. If you've ever played Darkest Dungeon, I was very much inspired by that. Let's smite him. Didn't do that much. That gets more and more powerful the more evil or good you get. We need to rest too, though. But yeah, thanks to the reach of Flash games and everything, Sword and Sandals 2 especially just became hugely popular. Raw hit chance increased. This battle's over soon. Oh, he's got a lot of health. These knights that I'm fighting, so powerful. I'm sometimes I have to pinch myself. Wow, I'm doing this for a career, and this is amazing. This game took 2 years to make. It's been in early access for the last 9 months or so, basically as long as it takes to make a baby. And this series is my baby. It's I'm looking forward to wrapping it up. To be honest, I've had a lot of fun making it, and there's always more you can do, more you need to work on. This guy's really struggling. You don't see that usually that often, but this guy is just a weak, despairing character that has not a lot of heart to him. So he's given up. He yielded. Well, let's put him to the sword. Had enough of him. Okay. So we're going to go back to the lobby and wait for a minute, see if anyone else shows up. If not, that's the end of the stream for now. Oh, Obama being Gina. Okay, let's fight Obama. Okay. All right, so she is a Glamazon barbarian who's sort of a giant Amazon-style people. She's a giant. She's nearly 8 foot tall. This is going to be a tough fight for a wizard. I'm not going to lie. Wizards struggle early, so much so that I'm actually going to patch them probably today because they really need a little bit of help early. Later on in the game, they can absolutely slay. As I was saying, they become hugely powerful, but rah, you can taunt them when you're waiting. You got a little turn cooldown when you're playing single player. You got to make your move fairly quickly, just so it doesn't get too boring. You're going to have plenty of time to think about it, but see that little move counter will go down. Let's see if our Pumpkin Blast can cool down. Let's try Smite. Not working. What's their defense like? Oh, they're mainly attack and strength. They're very strong, so if they do hit us, it's going to be tough. Yeah, that Arcane Blast is not powerful enough yet. I need to improve that for the next build. A lot of changes went on in the last couple of weeks where I really sort of, changed a lot of stats and things, and some things still need a little balancing. Whoa! So the Glamazon special skill is to throw you across the realm and, do some real damage. Flame hands. So their armor is now damaged quite a lot, but this is a tough fight for me. Although they're struggling to hurt us as well. I don't know why they're struggling so much, but maybe they just learned to play. But that's a big hit. Oh, there you go. That's what they can do. Good win. Good win, Obama in China. Gina? Yeah. I don't know. All right, we're back in the lobby. We can level up as well and get some more stuff as we need to. There you go. So a live multiplayer battle. They always say, live TV is, always unpredictable and like they never work with children and animals. Live TV can go spectacularly wrong, and that fight was all right. It was my golem sorcerer was underpowered, and so I've been encouraged to patch him and fix things up in the next day. When you get this game, if you get this game, and I really hope you do, I hope you get it and enjoy it, and hopefully that video has sort of convinced you a little about the merits of the game. There's a lot more to the game than what you saw there in terms of the overland map, dungeons, different battle styles and everything. That was just about a taste of the terror that Swords and Sandals shall unleash on you. But what was I going to say? You'll notice when you get the game, I do patch it very often, especially in early access. There was so many patches. There will be a flurry of patches probably over the next week or two. Then things will settle down, and it's pretty much in a very balanced state. There's still a few little bugs to sort out, but I'm really happy with where the game is. I hope you like Swords and Sandals Immortals. Thank you for joining my live stream. I am, of course, Oliver Joyce, game developer at Whiskeybarrel Studios. I have my own YouTube channel, which you can find on YouTube. Like and subscribe and all that. Just Whiskeybarrel Studios at YouTube. If you want more information on Swords and Sandals and other games that I'm making in the future, you can join me. And until next time, my friends, good luck in the arena. And I hope the Swords and Sandals experience is as much fun for you to play as it was for me to make. I put my heart and my soul into this game, and it is, given me the freedom to be an indie game developer. So for that, I'm eternally grateful to you, the fans. Until next time, my friends, bye for now.